Today I will be walking you through a tutorial on how to make a working 1.16 AFK fish farm and a semi-AFK fish farm for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, so that you can get enormously large amounts of enchantment books along with an infinite supply of fish. If you want to skip through the explanation and jump right into the tutorial, you can go to the timestamp posted above, but I highly recommend that you stick through the explanation. First of all, I want to clear up two misconceptions about AFK fishing. The first one being that some people think that AFK fishing was nerfed on Bedrock Edition. AFK fishing was not nerfed on Bedrock Edition, and you only need an open body of water in Java Edition. The next misconception being that lure decreases your chances of catching treasure. And again, this is not true. Here we have 4 possible enchantments on a fishing rod, if you exclude Curse of Vanishing and Curse of Binding. And then we can narrow that down to 2, since all Mending and Unbreaking does is keep your fishing rod's durability up. Luck of the Sea increases the chance of catching treasure, but all Lure does is decrease the downtime in between each bite. So all Lure does is just increase the chance of catching any bite, including treasure. So the optimal fishing rod is one with Mending, Unbreaking 3, Luck of the Sea 3, and Lure 3. Next, I'm going to talk about the AFK and semi-AFK fishing modes for this farm. Having an auto-clicker would be best, as I'm pretty sure you can get one on Windows 10, PS4, or on a mobile version of Bedrock Edition. But if you're on Nintendo Switch or Xbox, you'll need some kind of special controller, but those are quite expensive. So for those Xbox people, you'll either make do with a semi-AFK mode, fishing mode of the farm, which is really good if you use it while you're chatting on Discord with your friends, watching a movie or anything like that. And whenever you hear this extremely annoying alarm, you can just click once and wait again. Or you can just make a homemade auto-clicker like I have here. And if you're wondering, it is not possible to have a fully AFK fish farm with no auto-clicker. It is not possible because of how the Minecraft Bedrock fishing mechanics work. Because even though in 1.16 they tweaked it a little, so that now you can just hold down the fishing button to cast your fishing rod, your character throws the fishing rod way too fast for any AFK fishing farms to handle. And even if you do find a way to make a farm that goes extremely fast, your character won't be able to recast the line, even if you are holding down the fishing button. And so now we can look at the actual AFK fishing farm, and we can start with the collection system. So here we have a simple chest hopper leading into a chest, and a minecart hopper on top of it to collect all the items. And we have the sign over here so that the lava doesn't pour on top. And the lava is used to burn the bait of the fishing rod, so that when we throw our fishing rod and then we actually catch something, then as you saw there, the bait goes through the pressure plate and falls and gets burned in the lava, while the items still collect over here. And yeah, and then the other stuff is pretty standard. We have pressure plate here to activate the piston so that when we have the fishing rod on, we can flick this lever. And then we have the fish in a bucket over here leading into the chest so that it speeds up the time for fishing. But these the sticky piston over here and observers and bell, that's for the semi-AFK fishing mode if you wish. And so we can activate it by turning on that alarm. But whenever we have the fishing rod on the pressure plate, it activates the piston over here, which when it's reeled back in, activates the observer clock on the bell. And so you'll be watching a movie or something, and then you wait until you hear the bell, and then you just click again. And yeah, and that's how it works. And you can flick this lever to turn it off. If you're on mobile Android iOS or iOS, you can replace this lever with an armor stand instead. And credits go to EMDI and Only21 for their original designs on AFK Fish Farms. Their links will be in the description below. First, we'll need these materials on the screen, and you will also need these materials on the screen on top of that, if you want to have a semi-AFK mode as well. But before we get onto the tutorial, make sure you're subscribed, because there will be more content and tutorials like this on your way, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next farm. And I also forgot on the materials list, you'll also need 2 rails, 2 temporary rails to get your minecart hopper on the regular hopper. So now that you've gathered all your materials, you can start by placing your chest here, and then a hopper leading into that chest, a temporary rail over here, temporary block over here, temporary rail, and then you can place your minecart with hopper over here. And push that into the hopper just like that. Get rid of all of those blocks. Place temporary block here. Get rid of that. And place a sign at the edge like that. And then you're done with the collection system. Now you can get ready to place your lava by following these blocks like these. Punch that out. And then place your lava like that. Then next you want to grab a block here. Lead a transgate like that. Place some signs like this. And a pressure plate on top of that. And then over here you want the block here. Then you can grab your piston and redstone like this. Grab your redstone like that. Place temporary block there. And a piston like this. And this is where you'll set out to AFK fish. But now you should get blocks like these too. And chest here. And then place blocks around this place like this. And like that. Punch that out. And then you also need a block there. Then you should grab your water and bucket of fish, which you can get in survival by just going up to a physical fish and clicking on it. Put your fish here, and it doesn't matter what size it is, as long as it's a fish there. Then waterlog this chest. Grab your lever, place it here. And then you also need 2 temporary blocks here, 1 block here, and you can punch those 2 out. And if you have an auto clicker, and then this is the AFK fish farm finished, I'll show you how to make a semi-AFK fish farm later. And what you'll do is aim at the top left of the block over here, and click here. And then, but when you click, you have to make sure that you're reaching the hitbox of the lever, and then you just click on it. And then, yeah, and you should set your auto clicker to about 800 milliseconds. You can adjust that depending on your world lag. And yeah, but now we can get onto the semi-AFK part. So you'll need to grab a few extra materials. And for the semi-AFK part of the farm, what you want to do is remove that lever there, and then replace the block over there with the glass. And then you want to replace this solid block with a sticky piston like that, observer like that, and observer here. That will create a clock. Solid block here, then a lever here, and this will be your on and off switch for the semi-AFK mode. Oh yeah, and put back the lever here, put the bell here, That will create the alarm. You can turn that off for now. Go back here and flick that back on. Aim at the top left like this, and then whenever you hear the alarm, you can just click, and then you just keep on doing that, and then you'll accumulate fish and enchantment bucks over time. And that's the entire farm. And again, the credits go to EMDI and only 21 for their original designs. And now we can test this out with an auto clicker if you have one, or you can have this on semi-AFK mode. And if you want to see more tutorials like this, make sure to watch these videos on the end screen.